Hi, this is Brad Linder with Liliputing, and this is a quick comparison of a tale of two NVX2s. These are both 2-in-1 tablets that are called the NVX2. The one on the right has a Qualcomm Snapdragon processor. The one on the left has an Intel Y series, Core Y series processor. And they're very similar in terms of sort of screen size. They both come with a detachable keyboard, but there are a couple of differences. The Intel model gets up to 15 hours of battery life versus up to 20 hours of battery life on the version with the Qualcomm Snapdragon processor. The Intel model is sort of designed more for if you need stronger support for x86 applications. You can run all sorts of applications on the version with the Qualcomm Snapdragon processor, but its strengths are really sort of low power consumption, thin and light design, and always connected capabilities. It has a built-in LTE modem, and it's not going to necessarily perform quite as well on really resource-intensive tasks. And it can only support Win32-based applications because it is using emulation to emulate an x86 instruction set. In terms of general day-to-day use, streaming videos, surfing the web, doing basic activities and tasks, even running Microsoft Office, it's going to be just fine. But when you move beyond that and need something that is really sort of more of an Intel or AMD-based workload, you might want to opt for the other model. So this version with the Qualcomm Snapdragon processor is coming in spring. It was announced in December. And now, just ahead of the Consumer Electronics Show, HP is also announcing this Intel-powered version. In terms of design, they're, like I said, very similar. The Qualcomm version is about a millimeter thinner and about a little bit lighter. I think it's about 1.5 pounds versus 1.6 pounds for the Intel-based version. And you still get longer battery life from the version with the Qualcomm processor. The keyboard is also a little bit different. So they both have keyboard covers that protect the front and back of the device and work as kickstands, but whereas you get this sort of adjustable style kickstand on the Qualcomm version that allows you to go from 110 to 150 degree angles at sort of any in between that you would like, and this sort of angled up keyboard, this version only has one angle. So basically, it's kind of hard to do this one-handed, but basically you've got the cover, then you lift, and then you get to prop it at that angle, and that's all you get. So the design's a little bit different. You get a similar key travel, similar layout. There's also a slightly wider or slightly deeper keyboard, touchpad below the keyboard. But they're both backlit keyboards. They both support pen input. They're both, interesting tablets, and it's just two different options in similar form factors. The layout of the ports is also a little bit different. So the Qualcomm version here, we've got the volume buttons and SIM card, power button, headset jack, and USB Type-C port down here, and micro SD card slot. On this version, we have USB Type-C and headphone, SD, power, volume, which is more of a rocker than two individual buttons, SIM, and USB Type-C. So you've got two USB Type-Cs versus only one on the Qualcomm model. So that is just sort of a quick look as of January 8th, 2018 at the two versions of the HP NVX2. The one on the left, again, the version with the Intel processor. The one on the right, the version with the Qualcomm processor that was announced in December. This is Brad Linder with Liliputing.